Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be making something that I've made in the past when I was non-vegan for my friends and family. Have never been a big sweet eater, but I'm going on a camping trip, and since they've come out with this new Aquafaba, which is bean water, which is when you drain a can of garbanzo beans, you use the water and you can make meringues, and you can make macaroons because it whips up just like egg whites. I made meringues the other day. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe that it was just like egg whites. So anyway, these are macaroons that are filled with raspberry filling and then kind of a raspberry buttercream. And I might have one when I'm done. It makes a lot, and I don't normally eat this kind of thing, but you can't go to all this work and not make one. I'm hoping they turn out. The meringues turned out, so I'm hoping the macaroons turned out. So anyway, the first thing I'm going to be making, I don't know, can you see the picture of them? They look delicious. Hopefully mine will look the same. The first thing you're supposed to do is make the raspberry filling, and it said to use 4 cups of frozen raspberries, and it said don't thaw them, and add a cup of sugar. Well, I'm going to try to get by without a cup of sugar, so I've got about 3 cups of frozen raspberries here, and I'm just going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar, and hopefully that's enough. I think the raspberries are sweet enough, and a 1/4 cup of sugar should be fine. So this is step number 1. I'm going to make the raspberry filling, and it's actually kind of rainy out today, and so I don't want to even attempt to make the macaroons. I'm going to wait till tomorrow because moisture tends to affect whipping of egg whites, so I'm assuming it's going to affect the whipping of the aquafaba. So I'm going to make the raspberry sauce first. So here we go. Okay, so here we go. So we've got, this is the jam, and I'm going to separate the whatever raspberries are left from the liquid, and I'm going to keep the liquid separated because this liquid's going to go into the buttercream, and then the jam itself will get spread on the macaroon. The raspberries will get spread on the macaroon, and then the liquid part gets added to the buttercream. So this is them both together. I'm going to separate them out. Here we have the separated the juice from the raspberries, and all I keep thinking is, screw my friends, I'm going to make me some banana ice cream, and I am going to pour this over the top of it. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking right now. So here I'm just sifting powdered sugar and almond flour together in a bowl, and they're going to go in my macaroon part of my cookie. All right, so let's see how much aquafaba we get out of 1 can of garbanzo beans. So I've heard 2 different things. I've heard that 3 tablespoons of aquafaba equals an egg, and I've also heard that 2 tablespoons of aquafaba, am I saying that right? Aquafaba equals an egg. So I either need, because I need 3 egg whites worth, so I either need 9 tablespoons or I need 6. I might just kind of cut the difference and go with like 7.5. So what did I get? I got 3/4 of a cup. So that's 4, 8. I got 12 tablespoons. So no matter what, I don't need all of this. Well, I need some for the buttercream too. So I'm going to divide this up. Okay, so this is what I got so far. The other day when I made meringues, I used the whole can, and I had way more than this. So I obviously didn't use the whole can. I used like half a can basically. I went with 7 tablespoons, and I did add some coloring, some natural coloring I got from Whole Foods. This coloring, and yeah, I put that in there to make pink because I'm making raspberry macaroons. So I'm not sure if this is the right amount or not. And hopefully I'm not going to blow all this powdered sugar almond meal mixture that I got. But anyway, let me see. I'll show you what this looks like here. So you can tell, you see, I do have, I obviously have like really stiff. That's some stiff peaks there. So, I mean, I got stiff peaks. So I'm going to try to fold this into my other mixture right now. I can't believe it. Look at that. That's beans, baby. That ain't no egg whites. That's beans. Bean juice. Who'd have thought? Bean juice. Okay, so I got it folded in there. I'm not sure. It seems like I don't have like my normal amount. It's been a while since I've made these, but it seems like I don't have the normal amount, but we're just going to keep going with it. We're going to go success or fail. We're going to give it a shot. So I'm going to get ready to pipe these. So stay tuned. Okay, so it says the batter should be thin and dripping from bag, and it's not. But obviously, I've probably done something wrong here. I mean, this is, I guess, an experiment. And anyway, I'm getting way better at piping them, because before I started out like making like twirly bobs, but I really want them to be more like this. And then I figured out that you don't actually twirl this thing around. You just, let me see if I can show you with my left hand here, or maybe I can hold the camera with my left hand. You know what? That would be smart. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so all you do is if you just put it in the center like that and squeeze, then it kind of just fills in the little circle by itself. See, like that. Instead of like twirling it around in a circle, I just squished it into a circle. Oh, now I got yummies on my camera. If nothing else, this stuff's delicious plain, although way more sugar than I'd ever eat in a month. So anyway, I'm going to keep going on, and we'll see how they bake up. I baked a couple test ones because something here has gone seriously awry. I don't know if you can see that, but something isn't right. It looks like maybe the temperature was too high. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to think about this. I'm going to get on the internet, because that's where you go for all the answers. So I'm going to get on the internet and see what I can come up with. So it's almost like, well, it's not almost like, it is like, see this is like a little shell here. Look, see, it's like a little hollow shell, and like all its guts melted out from underneath of it. I can tell you that tastes delicious. I can tell you that, and I got to stop from just eating all that, because that's not good. I can't eat all that. I was only going to have like one of these cookies. I can't just keep eating. So if those guts had stayed in these shells, that would be good. So I think my oven temperature was way too high, and I think I need to let these other ones sit out a while before I put them in the oven. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, so the buttercream, I think you caught, that was an utter failure. So we aren't going to use buttercream on these. I just pulled these out. Definitely, obviously, they worked much better at a lower temperature. The 375 or whatever that the recipe called for was way too hot. So this I did at 210, and they were in there for about 50 minutes. I put them in for 10 minutes, and I checked them, and then 20, and then 30, and they finally went for 50 minutes. Now I think obviously they held their shape exactly the way I piped them. So now I've got these like nipples. See, I've got nipples. I've got nice little boobies. Booby cookies. Okay, so basically I just decided I'm just going to put the raspberry, this was from last night. This was just the raspberry, basically just raspberries and some sugar, and I'm just gonna put them together like that. And yeah, not the prettiest, because they're supposed to be filled. What am I supposed to be doing? I think, oh, maybe that looks better. Let's just put them together like that instead. And then, so that's what it looks like. Let me try to get a flatter one. Do I have any flatter ones? Ah, look at this one's almost like a regular like regular one. So like that. So there you go. There you have it. And oh, I actually made one and bit into it, and it's nice. And can you see that? Oh, I don't know. Can you see it? It's chewy on the inside and it's crunchy on the outside. And it's yummy. Yummy.